I have no idea what the number is, but I'm very curious how many people, especially born before, let's say 1995, had parents, good or bad, who let their illnesses fly so long they became disabilities. I've heard a lot of stories from people that, they had wonderful parents and they did everything they could. Not me. My poor mother regretted having me almost instantly because I wasn't cute enough and I wasn't a little doll who, yes, Mama, I love you. In fact, I knew she was an idiot by age 2 because that's when she pulled that Pee Wee Herman bullshit. But anyways, I truly believe I've had fibromyalgia since I was like 4 or 5 because that's when the symptoms appeared in retrospect. I remember being like 5 and getting up really early, in my opinion, to go to get ready for school. And all I could see were large red dots in front of my eyes. I still see them. They're not large, though. They're more like sand. Like I'm looking at them now. I mean, it's easy to ignore them since they're not so bad. But if I'm really tired, they do get thick and more present. And while that's not specifically a fibromyalgia symptom, the fact that it came after waking up at a normal time is a big one. Never mind, by the time I was about 9, I just started having pain that wasn't explained. And even though there was money and insurance for us as kids, not great, but still something, my mother couldn't be bothered. When she realized I might have scoliosis, I want to say age 11, because she had it. And there was that test where you bend down and you can see. She still waited like 2 more years to take me in to a chiropractor, no less, not an actual doctor. And the chiropractor, of course, because he's a con man, says, come in once a week, we'll do this, that'll fix it. That's not how scoliosis works, by the way. As long as your bones are growing, it can transform it. I believe that's up to age 25 for the most part. After having really, really bad pain, especially up in the neck, another fibro sign, plus scoliosis, she got me to a real doctor who said, well, we should send her to U of I to see what they think for surgery, because it was already moderate. And my poor mother couldn't be bothered because I take time off of work and I don't want to do that. She just could not be asked. I cannot stress that enough. And that went beyond me. But it was especially aimed at me because I was showing signs of being sick. And that's already very annoying to her, you see. Well, U of I was like 4.5 hours away at the time from the portal to hell where we lived. And my grandparents ended up taking me. And of course, it had to be like 7 goddamn a.m. And my grandma will still say that. She's like, well, that's when they scheduled it. Now, as an adult, I know that is negotiable. They can give you later times if you just ask. So what I remember is very, very fuzzy. But they did all the tests. They did the x-rays. Sent me back to the portal to hell. And it was decided that, yeah, I could be operated on, especially the older I got, like 18. But, it's whatever. We'll just keep an eye on it. No medicines, no nothing. And my whore mother had a whore friend named Jen. And whore Jen was, oh my God. This bitch called my 14-year-old sister a slut. My virgin sister, no less. Who does that shit? I hate her. I hate her so much. She deserves to live in the portal to hell. Anyways, Jen had some botched ass surgery on her spine. I believe in the portal to hell, which, by the way, is such a terrible hospital that while my cousin was suffering from cystic ovaries, they were going to take her gallbladder out, because that seems like that's the problem. It took them 2 weeks to hit that conclusion, by the way. And that story took place in the mid-2010s. anyways, so Jen was always like, oh, you don't want to do that. Oh, it's just horrible. It's so much pain. Now, I do understand as an adult that those kind of surgeries are very risky. Like, I get that. I don't know about her, but yes, there's pros and cons, and sometimes they're much worse than just leaving. But now today I seen my, oh, and by the way, so the end of that story is nothing ever happened. Scoliosis was never treated. Frankly, I'm pretty sure it did get worse based on the x-rays today. I always knew it was after prednisone, dowager hump, big right curve, and then smaller left curve. Well, smaller left curve is apparently warping my hips. And that's why I'm having so much pain. And all of this is made much worse by the hypermobility EDS. In fact, the doctor said today, oh, that's why you don't have much cushioning there, like between your joints. I'm like, oh, good. Yeah, that's what I needed. So yes, I can blame all that pain on my mother, which does make me happy. But it doesn't make me happy in the sense I'm still suffering. The clinic I went to is kind of like the midway one here. They do shots as like their big thing. Shots, chiropractors, and physical therapy. They understand I don't like chiropractors, so I don't have to suffer that. But there's all these rules about how these shots are done and prior auths. And I'm literally booked now until October going there. I should have the first hip shot soon. That's like a bursitis injection. So take that, bitch, at U of I knew I had bursitis down there. Then the other one that I have to do 6 weeks of physical therapy for because of Medicaid is an SA joint shot. Like, that's kind of like the curve of your hip bone. And then 22nd onward, they're going to try burning off nerves in my neck. And I'm actually very excited about it. My grandmother and grandfather were like, well, that's horrible. I'm like, I was pissed they couldn't do it today. I mean, I don't think people understand when you're in enough pain, you'll do anything. I mean, I do not like needles. Yes, I have tattoos, but I do not like needles. Tattoos, since I've been on so many pain meds, no longer bother me. But let me tell you, getting an epidural in my neck bothered me. And then they call these hot shots, but I guess this actual other one is like a burning needle. They burn off your nerve endings. Those hot shots, I had 30 of them at a time. The non-actually hot ones, just little shots. 30 of them at a time, 4 times. They didn't do much. So I'm trying not to get too hopeful about the nerve burning, but I'm pretty sure at this point, there will be nothing further that can be done on the neck short of surgery. And I'm always told, well, it's not great. It's very mild in terms of what they'd operate on. I don't know. And I have been told, especially in the neck, good luck with getting that successfully operated on so you don't regret it. Don't really know where I stand with the scoliosis because it's halfway place. They don't do anything with operations, so I'm going to have to go back to my room for that one. I did tell them, hey, get these x-rays, because I think you'll see what I mean. In the meantime, well, I'm going to go put together a bookcase and cry, because that's the last thing I have to physically do for a while, and then probably get a little high. I guess I'm just trying to keep my spirits up for Friday because there should be good news. And if there isn't, I might cry because I really need some good news. It just sucks. It all sucks. Okay, my uncle at one point was told, yeah, maybe you should have neck surgery. He's done a lot of physical work, so okay. But from what I'm told, his neck is in better condition than mine. He turned it down because he didn't think he actually needed it. That's how you know you're not in enough pain. Because if I was offered it, I'd probably take it. Yes, even with all the risk.